Ear stuff?
I don't know about you, but I be doing ear stuff with my Xploud. I don't know about
Welcome
you guys,
to the
but
Route 1 podcast.
me and my friends would have killed ET with hammers. I love that post so much.
It's very funny.
Yeah. I'm turning off my camera. I don't like being looked at.
We are looking at you. We are looking at you.
There are people inside of your walls. Hit your walls with hammers to make sure they're not in your walls.
So true.
I'm fine with people looking at me because I look like Rapid Strike, apparently.
Is it like your hair when you put it in a double ponytail?
You need to upload a clip of you doing that.
No, they can imagine. They know what I look like at this point.
Imagine
doing
Michael doing the Rapid Strike. Yeah,
and like the little arm movie thing that he does.
Yeah, dude. Michael be the hunchback of Gotradam.
He's Himmy. He's literally Himmy.
I'm a Himmy, bro. Urshifu Rapid Strike is becoming one of my favorite
Himothy
Pokemon.
Thick.
I didn't expect it to because it's like DLC legendary Pokemon into the decks, kind of like everyone's using them. You're like, these are normally not my favorite type of Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then I joined a ladder tour, and I punched everything really hard with Choice Banded Terra Water, Rain Punch.
Rain Punch.
Rain Punch?
Honestly, wait, we should change it to Rain Punch.
What's it called?
Surging Strikes.
Surging Strikes. Thank you. That's the one.
I think Rain Punch goes too hard to not call it
Rain
that.
Punch.
I mean, that's what it feels like. Listen, so for context, when I say ladder tour, I mean this is not VGC. I'm playing Regulation D, but this is not VGC. Well, let me elaborate. So Frieza dropped a $1,000 ladder tournament that he's hosting on Smogon. That is the Regulation D format from VGC, but 6v6 singles. So it's like all
really
the same concepts as OU with no bans. Because like the ban list is just what Regulation D is.
Hmm.
And Urshifu's really fucking broken. Surging Strikes, baby. Let's go kill everybody. Woo! Before we started recording, I was like, Brady, can I practice my ad-libs for the podcast? And he was just like, no.
What you said was, can I practice my ad-libs? And then I said, no.
No.
Wait, this is completely off topic, but like, and this is like super, super off topic, but the word ad-lib made me think about like an ad for a liberal. And there was like this thing that went up on Twitter the other day that people were like cracking jokes about this one company selling non-woke coffee. And people are like, what the fuck does that even mean? Non-woke coffee? And I'm just thinking like, why would you sell coffee that's what do you drink coffee for?
True. You do need the coffee to make you woke. That's like the point.
I just replied to the tweet and I got a lot of likes on it, and I was like, me feeding a cup of this to my girlfriend. Wake up, liberal. I love you, liberal. Wake up, sleepy liberal. I made you coffee.
Hot take. I know I'm known for these at this point. Coffee tastes like shit.
Michael, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys, Michael. Michael, most of our audience is people who would rather drink tea because they also eat cup noodles all day. Their palate,
that's me.
Their palate is not one I respect personally.
Oh, well, I don't care about that.
Michael, despite you being an artist, your palate is trash.
I cook very well.
I love coffee. I might just be jaded, but like I love coffee. Ooh boy.
I've never in my life have I liked the taste of coffee. That is why the only energy drinks I drink, by the way, don't drink energy drinks.
You should drink energy drinks.
No, you should not drink energy drinks.
No. One time I drank it, and then I went sage mode and like almost top cut. A regional.
Now I'd be drinking energy drinks when I go to these regionals and these ladder tournaments. I'd be putting up like top 10 placements and shit, right? But that's still don't drink energy drinks. It's the same concept as me saying don't drink drugs.
Yeah. Michael said you shouldn't drink energy drinks. Now here's the side effects. It's winning.
Listen. There's one way to go about this. I do drugs, and I tell people don't do drugs. It makes sense in my head.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't do drugs. They're bad for you.
Hot take.
I'm doing drugs.
Drugs.
You shouldn't.
Drugs are a thing.
So true.
They exist.
They're real.
Anyway,
Did you-
energy drinks, the only ones I drink are coffee flavored. There's Starbucks ones because I hate coffee. It's
Michael's
very
the type,
intentional.
Michael will like never set foot in a Starbucks, but he'll go to a Jewel Osco or a fucking gas station and get the pre-packaged Starbucks lattes.
That's
I
facts.
thought you just
And he
said
won't
you
get
didn't like
won't get the normal
taste.
ones. He'll get the fucking nitro canned ones.
Yes, that's facts. That's
Yeah.
facts. 'Cause
I've
they
never seen
suck.
Michael do this. I can just picture it, and everything I picture about Michael's real. By the way, your third leg's creepy.
Yeah, we can't talk about that on the main channel. We could talk about it on the OnlyFans. Anyway.
Wrong. No, not like a third leg. I mean like a third leg.
You walked
Like
into
an
that. That's
actual
on you.
leg that is
My
the
penis,
one.
Marcus,
And it like
my
it comes
cock.
off of his ankle. It's his left ankle has another leg coming off of it. It looks like a Barbie leg. It doesn't have any like joints.
It looks like a high heel, but it's just a flash.
Yeah. Michael's favorite movie is The Flash. He went to go see it 5 times last week. Everything I say about Michael's true.
Why? What is happening?
We're
I'm
making
getting
up lies
slandered a
about Michael.
lot, but I'm fine with it because I know who I am.
Michael
Yeah.
thinks Michael thinks that Wonder Woman could beat Captain Marvel, even though she totally couldn't.
Dude, I don't know what Captain Marvel is. After Endgame dropped, Marvel gone. It just died for me. There's no
Well,
incentive
I'm gonna
to
keep
watch
it
Marvel
real with you.
movies.
I didn't even want to see Endgame. Like I watched Infinity War, and then at the end of that, I went, "I'm satisfied." And I went home.
I mean, Infinity War was better anyway, so you're not really missing it.
I'm like, wait, so Spider-Man's dead? Okay. And I didn't see Endgame when it came out.
I
Fucked up.
I like Spider-Man, and that's it.
I think Spider-Man's the best superhero, specifically because within Marvel canon, he's really, really, really strong and could rip any human's head off and just doesn't.
Yeah.
I like
Spider-Man can do Mortal Kombat stuff.
I like Spider-Man because Deku from My Hero Academia is a
Shut the
reference
fuck
to
up.
Spider-Man.
Shut up. Shut up. No.
I'm me, Brady.
What?
Stop speaking.
Let me be me.
No.
Anyway.
Ladder
Spider-Man
door.
came out though. Spider-Man did come out. You almost saw that shit twice yesterday, dude.
Yeah, I went
I still haven't
to.
seen it.
You haven't seen it, dude?
I haven't seen it either.
I
need
went.
to see
All right,
it so bad.
Milwaukee Regionals was the weekend that movie came out, and I don't go see it on Thursday because I'm too busy on Thursday doing other like adult stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then, on Friday is when all my friends went to go see it, and I went, oh, well, hopefully one of them hasn't seen it when I get back. No, all of them went, and now none of I have no one to go see it with except for Michael, who we were supposed to see it last week, and then he didn't communicate with me that he said, oh, actually, I have plans afterwards, and I still haven't seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Listen, I'm a freak of nature, and my only free days are like Mondays. Okay.
I went to go see it on Thursday, and I was half tempted to go see it again last night.
I think that's the one thing I never do. I've never seen a movie in theaters twice.
I think I've only done it for one movie, and it was for wait, no,
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
No.
I saw Promare
Oh wait,
in
no,
theaters
I did
twice.
actually.
I was gonna say, I feel like I remember you seeing.
Because I went with my
times.
friend, and then I went with my older sibling. Yeah, no, I do remember going twice. I was gonna say Puss in Boots, but I actually instead watched it in cinemas once, and then watched it in voice chat with friends like 5 times.
6 times
Yeah.
back to back to back.
Michael,
'Cause
can
it's
you,
so
Michael,
good.
can you say that one tweet about Puss in Boots having like a really hyper realistic and true depiction of like a panic attack?
Which one? You talking about like the
one that was like, oh yeah, Puss in Boots has this like really good depiction of a panic attack.
It's because it does.
yeah?
Say it.
And then every other movie was like,
No,
yeah, we
Michael,
should hop on.
say the thing where they praise Puss in Boots for its really good depiction of it.
What are you
I don't
trying
know
to
What are
what
you
do?
getting at?
Yeah.
Let's do
How
it.
about you
Do it.
say it?
This
How about
is
you say it?
this is a reference that went off.
Why do I
yes,
have to
yes,
say it?
just say it, just say it, just say it, just say it.
I don't even know it, so like, why don't you say it? If you know it, then that means
Because
you
I
should say
can't set up my own joke,
it.
Michael.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you
Absolutely,
can.
you can. Be bipolar for a couple seconds, bro. Lay
That's not
yourself.
what bipolar is.
Yeah, bro.
That,
Dude, ollie oop with yourself. It's fire. Try it.
What?
that's
Michael's
for
got
one,
voices in his head, and they're all saying, "You to go, you're to go, you're to go."
Yeah. And?
That's a little bit too accurate.
just how it be.
Michael, inside of Michael's head, there are 5 different Michaels, all with different like ways that they speak. Some of them are like really dark and dreary. Some of them are like really like hyped up and like happy. But they're all saying simultaneously, "Fuck it, we ball."
That's facts, and one of them's a woman.
The fucking bit from 50% Off, if you've ever seen that abridged series.
Yeah, Haru.
Haru having 20 Harus in his head.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? No, I was just there was this really good tweet where someone was like, it was like, oh yeah, you know, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is actually one of the few movies with a very good depiction of how a panic attack would happen. Or with a, oh, what's it called?
Accurate depiction of a panic attack.
There was another movie that like, oh no, it wasn't a movie. It was the Velma series.
Yeah, wait, but I'm trying to remember how they worded it. It was like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is one of the few movies with a very true and accurate depiction of how a panic attack would occur. And then someone just replied with it and got 1 million more likes than them. Not a million, really. And it was like, wow, someone should make a movie with a true and accurate depiction of how it feels to get your dick sucked crazy style.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
God damn.
That's what you wanted me to set you up for?
Yes.
That's what you wanted to say?
Yes!
Crazy Style is an insane.
Crazy Style is an insane way of saying
Pray that Gok 9 billion Dyson Ultra Turbo suck. Okay, welcome to the Route 1 podcast.
I call her Herbert because she sucked like a Hoover.
Welcome to the Route 1 podcast.
Welcome to Route 1. Yeah.
It would be Hoover to suck.
Oh,
I call her Spite Ops because she fucking sucks.
That was accurate. That was a good one. Subscribe.
Subscribe to the Patreon if you want bonus content.
Oh
like
no, they
free-for-alls.
should not pay for this.
Yeah,
everything that
for this.
Yeah, we've been recording for 12 minutes and it's been dick joke, sucking pee-pee.
If you would like to see my
else would it be?
balls, pay for the Patreon.
That
Why
is
not?
okay. All right. Well, no. Scrap the
No,
episode.
you will not get Michael's balls.
We've scrapped episodes for less.
I'm
Redacted part 5. Thank you.
I'm editing that shit out. Add that to the fucking tally board.
I'm on the leaderboard.
This shit sucks. I was going around Fresno being like, yeah, I have a podcast with Marco's Moxie Boosted. You guys should check it out.
You were talking about me at Fresno?
Well, no, more like
Bro,
other
people talk
were
about
talking
us at Fresno. Are you kidding me?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't like that people talk about me. Dude, today I was in the Showdown chat room for like 5 seconds. I'm going to let you get back to what you're saying. But I was in the Showdown chat room for like 5 seconds. And it was just in this tab while I was working on something else. And I see in the chat, are there any good Discord servers for learning VGC? And someone goes, you could join Moxie Boosted's Discord. That's pretty active. Or you could join a good player's Discord. And I just replied with, thank you. I just replied with thank you because I didn't realize I was in the chat. And he went, oh. To be fair, he did follow it up with an ayo, like he was trying to make a joke. And that was before I even said hello, right?
Yeah.
He called it. He was like, "I'm shooting zingers today."
All right. To be fair, I'm not the greatest player, but I've done pretty fucking consistently this year.
Yeah,
and
you're pretty
I have
good.
beat the comments section.
Yeah, no, you're not a bad player. You've never been a bad player.
Oh no, I've been a bad player.
Well, I mean, like, when I
what
say
sucks
never
is that
been, I mean,
most
like,
of my career I've been a bad player. So like, yeah, so my reputation precedes me.
Nah.
we're literally the Elite Four. I was saying this after Ash's Fresno performance.
Oh
like,
my fucking god!
She's the first one that you fight, holding down the 4 or 5 tables. I'm holding down the 5-4 tables. You're holding down the 6-3 tables, and Brady's somewhere in between all that.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna make it sound a lot cooler than I really am. I'm the gatekeeper of day 2.
You are. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're like
and
Drake.
I'm really bad at keeping that gate, bro. If you face me at 6'2", congrats on day 2, bro.
Literally. Like for me, I feel like if you run into me at a regional and you're in your like elimination rounds, it's like a fucking 50-50 coin flip on if I'm going to play like God or if I suck balls. Like there's no in between.
Is it before or after the lunch break?
Literally. If it's before the lunch break, you're fucked.
Did Michael eat today? No. Fuck.
No, I've cleared the allegations of playing like a dumbass and not eating. Because there was that one tournament that I was like, no, eating is throwing.
Charlotte, Charlotte. I was there because I ate, and then I ate.
Yeah. And then I was like, damn, I'm exhausted. And that just makes sense, right? Bad decision. And then I go to my next regional, and then I eat at the lunch break. And I put the exact same performance up bar for bar. And I'm like, okay, well, it wasn't the food.
No. Okay, so people didn't talk about everybody, but I was, so round 1, I fought River Davis, who is fucking phenomenal.
Great player.
And, but their team sheet, like, they handed us the team sheets, and theirs was just completely blank. And they're like, that's fucked up. So, literally.
Yeah.
That's what my brain did. So,
Ruh.
long story short, I didn't get assigned any, they didn't get assigned any losses because it turned out it was a RK9's website issue and not their issue because they did submit on time. Anyway, while we're sitting there, I'm sitting there waiting, the guys next to us are playing, and it's like Hyper Offense versus Wo-Chien Stall, which I think was really funny to like glance over and like, wow.
By the way, Wo-Chien Stall always beats Hyper Offense.
Guess what? I think it did. I don't remember exactly.
No, I'm not kidding you.
No, but I remember the story that Ash is about to say that. This is mad funny.
Because I was like kind of peeking over at their game because I had nothing better to do. I think it was a 2-0, and then they did like a best of, they did like a third game anyways. And we were talking.
Had time to kill.
Yeah, and the guy goes like, so I take it you're a Moxie Boosted fan. By the time that happened, I already started my match, but I wanted so badly to go, oh yeah, I love that guy.
Literally, you own Wo-Chien, Marcos.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how.
Even at Milwaukee, people were like, "Oh, you're also running Wo-Chien? Did Marcos give that to you?" And I was like, "Dog, no, I'm doing different shit. I have Chi-Yu Flutterman. There's just a Wo-Chien on my Hyper Offense team."
It's his.
No, what do you mean, dude? I started running Chi-Yu Flutterman too.
Yeah, no, it makes sense to run with Wo-Chien, but I was like, "Nah, dog, that was not influenced by him at all. I'm my own man."
No, you're not.
You my boy. You my dog. But like,
no, you're not, Michael. You don't eat unless I say so. Literally, I give you
kind of facts.
Okay, well, don't hold it. Jesus, do we need to get the Marcos Moxie Boosted Union back together?
I always make jokes. I'm like, my editors and artists should all unionize and just like tell everyone I'm like a piece of garbage. That'd be like cool.
Yeah.
Nah. Sooner before I do that, I will take the Fire Emblem community and be Fire Emblem string puller.
Taking over the Fire Emblem community is like becoming Raiden for Earthrealm. You're just like taking over garbage. Oh,
there's not much here. I'm gonna be real, but I do want to, that video idea Gaga tweeted about, I kind of want to make that like a real thing. I think that'd be fun.
I'm telling you.
What?
See, here's the context, because a lot of people aren't gonna know what I'm talking about. But I know a lot of Fire Emblem players, and I know a lot of not weird Fire Emblem players, right? And I look at these people and I'm like, damn, y'all could really be running this scene if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm too content brained and all I look at is YouTube analytics all day. So.
Yeah, Gaga, our friend, tweeted out that, like, she was surprised there wasn't a, like, Meet the 12 Emblems, because the most recent game was supposed to be an anniversary game, but got delayed. But the point of it was that all, like, main characters from each series, like, each game entry, would become these kind of phantoms, and you would get attributes you could put onto your own units that reference how they functioned in their own game. And it was really neat.
That's
and she's like,
neat.
Yeah, it was really cool because there's references to games from like forever ago that aren't mentioned at all. And it was like, oh, that's so cool that they actually, they were faithful to that. Anyway, she was surprised that there isn't a video, and honestly, I'm surprised, of like, here's what the 12 emblems, like, here's their characters, here's what like their context was in their own games and their stories. And I was like, well, I want to practice video editing, and I know a lot of people, so I can get each person to like I can get 12 people, each of them can narrate like, your favorite games 3, okay, tell me about Marth, your favorite games 5, tell me about Leaf. And then Michael was like, I'll do the thumbnail.
There was a
YouTuber Ash soon. Let's go, boys.
There was a big conversation.
No, I need to make YouTube shorts, and I'll make millions of dollars.
Nice.
Sorry, Brady, continue.
Actually, YouTube shorts here, and that would be great.
No, I'm not going to talk anymore.
I'm sorry.
I'm sad.
I'm sad.
Wow.
I didn't mean it.
That was.
I didn't mean it.
It's okay.
Typical man behavior.
Shut up.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm using this episode to come out as non-binary. I am multiple people because I have a woman inside my head too. GG's.
Woo!
We have representation.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue, Brady.
There was
Brady.
There was a conversation we were having about the Fire Emblem and how it fucking sucks, and not how it sucks, but how like there's no like interest and like there's no content to pique interest because it's all the fucking dumb nerd shit that nobody cares about except for the people who have been playing the game for fucking 20 years and have the inability to actually like see how that game cannot be interesting because like people don't want to care about the stuff they want to care about. They just want to experience like story stuff and lore stuff.
As someone who's relatively new to the community, you are dead on the fucking nail. It was so scary to make friends when talking about Fire Emblem because they either knew next to nothing like me, which was fun, or they just well, did you do this? I'm like, I don't know any of these words. Can you teach me, please? With Pokemon, there's a lot of really cool resources, but it's interesting to see. I'm like kind of part of another community that isn't quite there yet.
Yeah,
I think
weird.
that Fire Emblem could use, and this is weird. I've never talked about Mortal Kombat on the channel, but this is the second Mortal Kombat reference of the video. It could use a Mortal Kombat 9 treatment where all of the old games get a remake into one game.
Yeah, that's
sort of
honestly,
a lore recap.
Honestly, it wasn't for lore most of the time. It was a little bit of lore, but that's what Engage was, and that's why I liked it so much because they had some maps that were 1-for-1 from maps of like the 5th game. Like there's a map that's directly 1-for-1 copy pasted from Thracia 776, and that game no one gives a shit about. So when I saw it, I recognized it instantly because I give a shit about it. I was like, oh, that's so cool. And so that plus like not only just references for gameplay for older fans to get, but all of the characters had their own kind of like exposition chapter where you would go to a map from their game and you have to fight them, and oftentimes the enemy layout would copy like this person's like for example, let me say Marth, you fight him in his own castle, and the enemies around him, the items they use in the classes they are references to other units you would use when playing Marth's games. So
Augers.
Yeah, it's like neat, like flashback, and then they'll give a little bit of lore explanation. Some of it was spoilers, but I think Engage is so cool, and I want to recommend it to people because it has all these references. But then there's the spoiler bit of it. Did Street Fighter have any of that? I guess Street Fighter lore probably isn't as serious, huh?
I've never played Street Fighter.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat. I think she meant Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, sorry.
Oh, I don't know. I've never played Mortal Kombat.
There's but there's like there's an extreme lack of like how do I get interested in like knowing what that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have got no like reason to want to play any Fire Emblem game ever apart from the suggestions from other people. There's nothing like inherently going like, hey, this is an interesting thing that you should go and play, except for maybe like you guys telling me to play the game.
See,
and that's not enough.
I got you.
I have the same issue. For me, like it's that, and the community sucks. And I have a hot take. A lot of people will say, "Hey, man, you shouldn't let the community ruin something that you have the right to enjoy."
That's true.
I disagree. Actually, no, I'm gonna let you guys ruin your favorite game.
Yeah, no, honestly,
I'm gonna let you guys gatekeep the shit out of it.
I don't
keep me
get
out of
gatekeeping. It's so weird. Like, you enjoy this thing and thinks it's wonderful and brilliant, and then someone else expresses interest in it, and you're like, nope, you're not allowed to like it. Like, what the fuck is your problem? I never got.
Well, my favorite way to tackle that is like, oh my god, does liking this thing make me like you? Oh, I do not want to play that.
That's also the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah. And so I think a big part of that comes from like people wanting very badly other people to get into their games, but not knowing how to like be at that step 0 of like introducing somebody to something, right? You're not going to go up to somebody that doesn't know anything about Pokemon and like be like, 252 EVs, Slowbro lives, Latios life form, sold you Draco Meteor with 1% if you EV like this. And it's like, dude, you can't say that to normal people because that doesn't mean shit to normal people.
Yeah, dude, I handed my girlfriend a Colossal team from Milwaukee Regionals last year, and she was like, "Oh, this is fun."
Yeah, like seriously, just throw them in, and I think like Pokemon has come so far in competitive Pokemon specifically has come so far thanks to a lot of people making content of just it is now instantly more accessible because people have explained these things in basic terms. Thank God.
Yeah,
so,
no,
I don't know.
You know, it all reminds me, literally, and, like, I just had this realization yesterday, and I think that's where this big, like, conversation point came from, was, like, oh my god, all this Fire Emblem stuff that I'm around, like, somehow I just managed to be around a lot of Fire Emblem players. It gave me the exact same vibes of what Pokemon community was like, circa, like, Gen 6, like, XY. When, like, everybody in their mom, when Lumio Station existed, you know what I mean? And everyone was doing, Soul Link, Nuzlocke, triple wedlock, marriage, Wonder Trade, you know, like all this shit. It's like, dude, this doesn't mean anything.
What's up, everybody? You know, it's your boy, Nappy Boy 92, coming back at you with another
We
Soul
hate
Link
pedophiles,
Nuzlocke.
by the way.
We do.
But, like, it reminded me of all that, where it's like, that's what the community is pushing, is, like, all this nerd stuff. That's what, like, Brady meant earlier, of, like, nerd shit.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you gotta realize normal people exist that don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I love the nerd shit, but I also understand that not everybody does.
And so here's the thing. The nerd shit can be awesome. We play Pokemon, bro. I'm literally grinding ladder all week. That's nerd shit. I'm a humongous nerd, but I can't be a humongous nerd in front of everybody at all times. You know what I mean? Because that's accidentally gatekeeping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we need people like Silverbroom and Lorsey in the community, where we look at them and we know that even outside of Pokemon, those are the coolest dudes ever, right? And then, so when people find out, like, oh, this guy plays Pokemon competitively and he's like day 2'd like a ton of regionals. Holy crap. And then they want to play Pokemon. So
exactly. Yeah.
Let me kick it to you like this, right? You know how you're going around a Pokemon region and you fight all these guys and they're all different classes and shit? Like, you go up to a baker and they have an all creamy and they're like, whoa.
You gotta have something else, you know?
You gotta have something else. I'm an artist, bro. Who's that water type guy from Gen 6 in the Elite Four who was super irrelevant?
He's a cook, actually.
Oh, shit. I thought he was an artist.
No, cooking isn't art. Have you never watched One Piece?
Thank you, Sanji. Okay, Mina. Mina's a better example of what I'm trying to say.
Gen Mina, 7, the Gen
one that gives you a butt plug,
fairy.
That would be the closest thing to me, right? Where it's like, what am I doing outside of Pokemon? I do art.
Just like me, for real, he said.
I'm out here being a crackhead painter. I'm covered in paint literally all the fucking time. Right now, I am covered in paint. Look at this shit, dog.
That looks like you took a Sharpie and just drew one line.
That's black ink. I bet I got.
No, you're pretty clean today.
Nope,
sit
blue
down.
ink right there.
Sit down. Sit
I
down.
will not sit down, Marco. I will stand up for the rest of this episode. I'm be up here.
Sit down.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I completely, like, I don't know, I know this is a Pokemon podcast, and we should probably talk about, like, Fresno and shit, and I have plenty of stories about Fresno.
We should talk about Fresno. Specifically, you should talk about Fresno. I just feel a little bad about that.
No. Like, I was thinking about this the other night. I was like, damn, that actually seems kind of fun. And, now that I'm streaming again, I could do, you know, what's it called? Like, I could do YouTube Shorts and just take clips from my Fire Emblem streams and do shit like that. So, I don't know, maybe. Cause, I don't know, I feel like the formula now, Marcos, I suppose you could attest to this or detest to this, of just YouTube Shorts is a great way to, like, grow the, like, grow your channel.
Pokemon community.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, there was a thing a few months back where YouTube was, like, actively, like, advertising, hey, if you want to grow your channel, use shorts, because that's how it's gonna happen. Like, they're actively, like, changing parts of the website to make it so better. Like, because they want to actively grow the short form like video content. They want to
They want to be TikTok.
It's
they
why
want to
every,
be.
I mean, like,
so bad.
literally every platform has short form content right now.
Yeah,
It can't
So
not. Like,
they want to
YouTube
be
was
like
late to it, to be honest.
yeah, they want to be like a major competitor to that. Like, and it's working because like every fucking YouTuber out there is doing it. Like any like one that's worth anything is like, yeah, I'm making YouTube shorts, and that's how they grow.
Bro, there
Maybe-
literally be
maybe
people
I'll do
that
that for
work at
Fire
fast
Emblem.
food jobs just making content of their job, and people
Yeah.
will watch it, and it blows the fuck up. Like,
Yeah, and it's
Short
fun,
form
dude.
content
Yeah, I
can
like
Like,
it.
like the ice
yeah,
cream
it is
guy,
fun.
The ice cream guy, the one that like fucking
yeah. He opened up his own ice cream store after a while.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
type.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wait, that's another life update. I need to let you guys know. I'm gonna open up a laundromat.
Yo. Like,
Oh,
actually?
Okay.
For real?
Yeah, I'm visiting the bank tomorrow to get some information about an SBA loan. Because I think it could be useful, and also I think it'd be very nice to have other forms of income.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Makes sense.
cool.
It's actually
My boy
sick.
out here.
Yeah.
My boy out here. We love that.
One thing that that bring it back to the Fire Emblem talk. I think there's like a thing to be said about like I think
No, there isn't.
there is nothing to be said. Okay.
What?
I'm taking everybody's suggestions today. No,
Just
I'm
stop
sorry,
them
Brady.
right there.
Wow. What did you
There's
say?
something to
I'm
be
interested.
said. No, there isn't. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No.
There's like something to be said about like having something like encapsulate your entire personality, like at least in terms
yeah.
of like a piece of media being like that is what you like. I don't know. It's something like inherently like super like lame about that. I don't know. Like having that be like your whole personality, like a piece of media. Like if you take away everything, you take away like that piece of media, what do you have left? And there's nothing there. It's like, damn. That's
Yeah,
like
that's-
that's the shit that like that's the shit that like gets me like annoyed because it feels like a lot of these people are like that, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
Fire Emblem overtime, nerd. Like,
Well, okay,
It's all
so here's
sassy.
Sassy. The I think where it comes from also is like, okay, cause I did this when I was younger.
yeah,
When I don't have people to talk about things with, I at any chance, that's all I want to talk about. That doesn't make it all right. It's kind of immature, but I get it, but also don't do that, please.
But like, this is, and that's the thing. It generally comes from younger people because younger people haven't developed a personality yet. They don't have like a tangible thing that sort of like makes them them. So they're like grasping onto anything that they like and like trying to make that like, hey guys, I'm the guy who likes this.
Yeah.
And like you see that a lot with stuff like Minecraft YouTuber stands and stuff. Like,
oh god, yeah, you're right.
it's the same thing. But like,
I mean, I was like this. I was like this when I was younger, right?
Yeah,
Just to prove your point, like, what was I? Maybe 6 years ago, I was a Poke-Aim mod, bro. That was my life. That's all I was. You know what I mean? That's so cringe because it's
Not a
like, damn, that's
phase,
all I
Mom.
got.
I'm gonna drop a Draco on these people one day.
But the thing is, for most people, it is a phase. But then there's people who stay in that area, and that's the issue. And that's the people that you find that are just like going online and being fucking. You say something on the internet, it's like, oh, I like this thing, and they reply and they're like, oh, you're wrong for liking this thing.
Yeah.
But so I
Okay, but they are wrong.
what I will say is that I would not trade those years of me being a Poke-Aim mod and that's all I was for anything. That shit literally is the only reason why I'm here, being able to be an artist, being able to be the way I am in a Pokemon community. You know what I mean? Like. That was a stepping stone. I think a lot of people. I think what you're kind of pointing at, Brady, is when people get stagnate, right, where they just like stop, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the world's greatest laundromat owner if I never did Pokemon.
That's
So
facts.
true.
That's so facts, right? Like that's insane that you could say that, but that's facts, right? So it's progress is not linear, right? I'm not gonna ever beef with people that need to slow down, take a break,
I will.
maybe like go under a little bit. You know what I mean?
Marcos, you can beef
shit.
with everyone for us. It's okay.
I know. There's some people out there that are like, you gotta be on that hustle, grustle 24/7. Nah, bro, take a fucking break if you need a break, right?
Yeah.
There's no like, You ain't on a timer. Maybe you are, depending on your situation. I don't know. Most people aren't, I don't think.
Yeah.
Call me Durant the way I hustle.
But
Ayo.
I do think that like recognizing when you are stagnating might be a very valuable skill that I think I don't want to say most people that are like this in communities lack, but like this is I think where parts of communities coming off as cringe to other outsiders comes from is people like stagnating and not having own lives. Like Marcos brings up like people on Twitter that are like, oh, this is beyond a Pokemon player. This is a cool guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's equally as important, if not more important, than whatever it is you're doing in the scene.
My new thing is going to the farmer's market for all of my groceries.
Yeah?
I think did you
Cool.
did you like tweet something about that? Because I do remember seeing that or something.
Yeah. I've been going to a farmer's market, and I like the feeling of being part of a community in that way because I get the small joy of walking to get my groceries and being outside and being with other people who live nearby me and
So true.
listening to the people perform music at the farmer's market.
Farmers markets are fun.
And it makes me just feel like
Fly like a 3G6?
Think about it like Skyrim, right? You get a level
Okay.
up. Where are you allocating your points?
Okay.
Where are you allocating your points, right? Like the boom, boom, boom drops down, right? And it's like, no, not like that. That's Hood Skyrim. I'm talking about like the drums that play. You get a level up, you press up on the thing, and then you're like, all right, shit. What point do I want to put this in on my skill trees, right? Like, what do I got right now, right? If I gave you $100 right now, what are you gonna do with that? Spend it on food. Fucking go for it. Hell yeah, right? But like, how is you eating that food benefiting other aspects of your life? It most likely will, right? Like treating yourself sometimes. Fuck
Well,
yeah,
also
dude.
not starving to death is probably one.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, that's the main thing, right? Maslow's hierarchy of needs, survival's low on that. But I'm talking about like if we're trying to reach self-actualization, right? We're not trying to stagnate. If we're trying to grow as people, as individuals.
When are we talking
I'm
about
trying to
Pokemon?
become God. That's irrelevant. But like,
Yeah? That's a little,
Yeah.
okay, that's a little bit further than
a little
make your
concerning.
community a
Isn't it-
nice place to be. No,
Yeah,
I
what
get
are
what
we-
you mean. Go for it.
but the
We're
goal
gonna
is
talk about
up,
Pokemon.
right? Like the goal is progress. The goal is not down.
Yes. I think
Whatever you be doing right now, make sure it's not a flat line or down. You know?
I get you. I think that making your community of things you're a fan of a nice place to be in is really important. I don't know. Being in a space where people are fans of the same thing that you are is fucking awesome.
Yep.
And I love being in it. I like that I can come into this call and spend an hour or two of my day talking about a children's video game with my friends.
Every
I
single
hate it.
week, like there's a reason that this shit hasn't died yet is because we fucking love this, right? Like this is growth. This is
Yeah.
happiness. This is not something that is draining away at us daily, you know?
Yeah. I
I
think
feel so drained.
yeah.
Speak for yourself.
So if you're a Fire Emblem fan,
The guy that edits podcast. Brady's the fucking Atlas.
literally, he is our
Michael,
goat.
this podcast stuff is so easy. Brady, who did everything.
No. I didn't say this shit was easy. I said we love this shit. That's a very big difference.
There's a reason I do it.
All right, let's go to Fresno. We've talked too much about not Fresno.
That's facts. Ash, Fresno.
We get to oh Jesus. Okay.
Yeah.
What about
Ash,
Fresno?
Give us the scoop.
Long story short, Fire Emblem fans, be cool, be
Suck.
friends, be awesome. Anyway, Fresno. So we
Fucking
had
nerds. Stop being nerds. I'm sick of
Fine.
being.
California,
I'm sick of being in
the
conversations
home-
about which fucking unit is better in fucking maddening and shit. I hate this shit.
Stop being nerds. Anyway, I'm gonna go talk about my Pokemon convention. So we went.
Keep in mind, I am also a nerd.
All right, Fresno.
Yes, Fresno. It was very fun. I got fucked up. So
You got fucked up in a different way that most people get fucked up though. Like,
I won versus River. Very good match. Won my next game. First time I've ever gone 2-0 at any tournament ever. I'm feeling myself. I feel happy. I'm like, sweet, I might be able to go more than even. This will be really cool. I'm talking with some other SoCal friends and like near the side events. VGC Masters, your pairings are up. Cool. I open my phone on RK9, ready to have a great time. You wanna know who I fought? The guy who fucking won the tournament!
Emilio fucking Forbes, Mr. 9-0 and Swiss at every tournament he goes to.
I looked at my phone, I set it down on the table, and I was to the two people who I was talking with, I'm like, look at who the fuck I'm fighting next.
That's so dumb.
Ash is the McDonald's Happy Meal toy that Emilio had to cut through as his hot knife.
Literally.
She was
I did my part.
Chat.
I did my part. I helped him win. I got.
We were getting live updates, and then she's like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, "Oh my god, that's insane."
How is tournament going? And then just replies, Emilio Forbes.
I think my favorite quote was her saying, "The universe had to humble me somehow."
Literally. I had to be humbled because I was feeling good at the beginning of the Pokemon tournament. No, fuck you, Emilio Forbes. Anyway, it was very nice.
This is Zoro having a cakewalk the first 2 arcs of One Piece and then facing Mihawk immally.
Oh,
this is like there's videos of like rubber ducks getting crushed by hydraulic presses.
Literally, that was me. I was the duck. Help me, please.
Ash was the duck, and
that photo of Emilio with his arms crossed, and it said, "Fucking, this is what you see before you realize you're not the main character."
Mm-hmm.
That's a good tweet.
I'm the rubber duck. Thank you. I'm envisioning the video in my mind.
The rubber duck.
You are the rubber duck in God's PP bathtub.
The top like die that's being used to like press is Emilio Forbes, and the bottom one that's pushing it all up is the fucking RK9 Labs like pushing it into Emilio Forbes. He is fucking getting crushed.
No, I don't want to go. No.
Not like this.
Shout out to the greatest 4-5 of all time.
But okay, so it was very cool guy. I barely talked to him because we were still, it's early in the morning. We're all tired. That's when it clicked in my brain that I should have adjusted more for New Balance because that's what he was running and I got fucked up. I did my best. Thumbs up. He still O2'd me, but whatever. So the tournament continues. I end up going 4-5, which I was fine with. My goal was like 4 wins because that's, 1 win away from even. I did lose last turn, game 3. My Tatsugiri misses a muddy water and I lose the set. So in my mind, I'm 5-4 because I won that set in my mind. So, besides that, so I went 4-5 and I'm like, damn, I feel like I did good. I fought a lot of good players. I decided to look at like the final results. Let me read the records. My round 1 went 7-2. My round 3 went 8-1, which was Emilio. My My round 7 went 7-2. My round 8 went 6-3. I got beat up.
Got stacked.
My
That's
resistance.
insane.
My opponent's win rate, my resistance was 63%.
God damn.
I was the best goddamn 4-5 player out there. I was at the top of the list. The person above me was 5-4.
Did you get points then? Because some it's
No
it's the other way around. 5-4s can get points at low attendance events.
And that's what I was hoping for. But I fought a bunch of New Balance in a row, and it was my bad for not adjusting. I had a dilemma of I knew that New Balance and Iron Hands, specifically like Swords Dancing Assault Vest Iron Hands, was going to be a problem for my team, because I got rolled by it at SoCal.
She meant goggles.
No, Assault Vest. I'm not kidding. I don't have anything with Spore. I don't have a Mungus. So it was Assault Vest specifically with Terra Grass because my Dondozo can't do anything to it, and then it eats all of my Flutterman and Chiyu hits enough for it to, punch them and then they die because they're made of paper.
Yeah, there are 2 Iron Hands right now. There are 2 genders. It's SD Terrifier with safety goggles or Assault Vest Terragrass with fake out.
Yeah.
Milwaukee Finals.
But yeah.
Yep.
It was just bulky guy who I cannot break and gets too much damage off. And I should have brought something with taunt or haze or something. But at that point, I was like, I feel too confident in using this team that if I changed anything about it, I wouldn't feel as comfortable and I'd probably make misplays. But, you know, if I don't adjust it, I still end up losing to a lot of New Balance. So I was like, yeah. I feel like despite my team, I'm proud of how I played, and I am the like worst player on this podcast 100%. So I'm gonna take what I can get.
You beat me in a best of 3 before you went to Fresno, dog.
One best of 3? The fuck are you talking about?
Ash is not the worst player on this podcast.
That's me.
No!
It is Brady. Brady has the least
game.
practice.
I don't
Yeah,
play
Brady
the
doesn't
game.
play the game.
He's still better
He
than
did go to
me.
one tournament this season. That is
He's still better than me.
I've gone to one tournament and that's it. And it was OCIC and then like dropped.
You're
He
still
didn't
better
have
than
that
me.
dog in him. Usually when you do bad at a tournament, like that's when you go, all right, time to play the game.
Oh, that's
He did
what I
not
did.
have the dog in him.
I mean, I did. I was literally like, okay, I need to like actually practice if I'm going to go to events. But I didn't go to any more events because I don't have any events to go to except for interstate ones, and I don't want to go interstate for a fucking Pokemon tournament. At least like
Australia.
Australia.
not right now.
Yeah, no. That's like my locals, I have to, well, my locals, quote unquote, they're not local. I have to spend like 3 hours getting to them thanks to the wonderful public transit system. And it's a 45
One more lane,
minute
bro.
drive.
One more lane. It'll fix everything.
One
I
more
swear.
lane,
One more
Mark.
lane, bro.
One more.
One more lane.
Well,
it'll all be
you
great.
live where that's the meme. You
Yes,
live where that's
I
the
do.
meme.
I do. You want to know what that one more lane should be? A fucking public transit lane! For the love of God!
Oh, we have that.
We don't have that. It makes me so sad. Anyway,
Yeah.
that's
Shout
me.
out the Metro.
That's me coping for not having a license. But yeah, no, I had a great time. Even though my record was pretty mid, like I fought a lot of really good players and I had a lot of good sets. I have a good chunk of recorded videos on my Switch of my Glamora and Fluttermane living things that they should not. And it makes me very happy. I told Michael and Brady earlier, but I have a note in my notebook from then, and it's just next to my opponent's Iron Bundle. I wrote, Glamora eats freeze dry for breakfast. Because I was Terra Grass, and it crit me, and it did like 50%. So I was quite chilling. I love Glamora. I love Dondozo. Very cool. As a
Oh,
fellow.
you play Glimdozo?
Mm-hmm.
Good team.
It's such a good team, but I needed to have like Dragonite or something, I think, or Chien-Pao,
Nah.
something that could threaten Iron Hands a little bit more. But
You need a Jarjanical.
I did need to dude. I could have done Jarjanical. I should have done Jarjanical, Glamora, and then a Sand team. You get put in the blender.
You know what's funny? The game has become so hyper offensive that me becoming I started off as a balanced player, and the game becoming so fucking hyper offensive has caused my gameplay style to like turtle shell.
I feel
And now
that.
I play stall.
I feel that.
I became a psychopath. I used to be hard balance only, and like when I say balance, I mean like Gothitelle, like control type balance, right? Like so, like it's already
that's
weird
what I
to-
played. I played control, yeah.
Yeah, it's already weird to begin with, right? And then now you fast forward to now, and I'm using shit like Flareon at locals, getting top 8.
Okay, did you guys talk about that last episode? I don't remember if that was punctual enough.
No,
okay,
we didn't.
please
It was right after.
talk
right
about
before.
please talk about your Flareon.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear anything about this.
I kept somebody from their world's ticket with a Flareon, baby. Let's go!
Oh my god!
I am not a good person.
No. Dude, Michael, you weren't even gonna go to Worlds. That's when it's
Nope.
okay to kind of like scoop.
Nope. I will never collude. I know I have like 10 CP, but my Flareon, listen, bro. Guts, Terranormal Facade with Toxicorp.
Yeah. Partway through the season, I basically decided that I wasn't gonna go for my Worlds invite anymore. And I think that was after it was before Milwaukee, because I was like,
I think it was after Charlotte, right? Or like
it was after
one of
like
the
the
East
one before
Coasters.
Milwaukee. It was right before Milwaukee. I basically decided like, yeah, I'm not gonna go for my Worlds invite anymore because Leah's visiting, my girlfriend's visiting me this summer, right? so I need to be home. So I need to ask for days off, and I also can't afford to go to Japan right now. So like I just started going to events for fun after that again. But like the few events I really, really, really tried at, I did like really good at. So I basically decided that like this was like my test run year for like a real worlds run. Because I had never really thought I could qualify for worlds, and then after this year, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, full season, like worlds is like an easy qual.
Mm. That's
So-
that's sick, honestly. I don't know.
I've committed to a future world's push where if it is in the United States, I will try really hard and go to every event.
See,
if it is not in the United States, I will
when
not
they
do
announce
that.
when they announce when they announce where it is during Worlds this summer, I'm just immediately gonna buy my ticket because I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna qualify.
Hell yeah.
Like
Wait,
I
so
have
you're
I have
saying
that
next
kind of
one's the one?
confidence right now.
Fuck yeah.
It's okay,
Imagine it's
Brady.
in Australia.
Please.
in Australia, I'd
Dude,
be
please.
really happy.
Okay. Redacted. If it's in the United States or Australia.
Yeah.
What if
That's-
it's in
those
New
are the two
Zealand
ones
and
that I would
Brady
try.
can afford to visit because it's like a 2-hour flight?
Literally, if I get a job soon, I'm so tempted to save up and just go to OCIC. I want to go to Australia and play Pokemon with my bestie Brady and see.
Yeah,
I
my
might
other
go to
friends.
OCIC next year.
Yeah. Oh, didn't you say that maybe you could like, hey, family trip to
Yeah.
Australia? Should do that. That'd be awesome.
That would be so awesome.
I don't
Maybe I
know
will.
how-
Maybe I will.
I don't know how the dynamic with that works, so I'm not gonna like.
I'm a
It's really like my family's broke, so if I can make money or if all of us can start making money, then we probably can, and that'd be very awesome. But oh, that sounds so fun. Like I was thinking about it going to I had gone to San Diego, but going to Fresno, it was all just like, oh, I forgot how much I missed this, and like going to locals again makes me so happy. It's just so
Oh,
fun.
dude,
Even
I'm
if
so ready for a full season.
Yes. Oh, you're so
Me
right.
too. Yeah.
Like
the
this
second-
half season was garbage. No locals for the majority of it made me hate it.
Yeah, I'm locals make Pokemon a lot of the time for me, and I don't know, it's too much
What
fun
keeps
to
you-
hang out with people.
What keeps me playing the game?
Yeah.
I
So-
was
Our
man,
local
like,
scene, Marcos, is like
it's popping
like,
off.
it's what I do. It's what I look forward to at the end of my weekends outside of podcast, right? Like it's this
Yeah.
and then locals. It's like I'll
I-
grind all week and then do those as my
Yeah.
like relaxation.
I'm not
Awesome.
I'm not going to any more locals this year, even though I love you guys, and I love the Chicago crew, strictly
Yeah, no,
because
I get
I'm fucking tired, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
all,
no, that's
all the traveling
entirely
I did
valid.
this year like killed me.
that's
no, that's
totally fair.
that.
Especially with the
BGC
YouTube
burnout
channel.
is very real.
Oh
so-
yeah.
Oh,
Especially with like the
yeah.
YouTube channel and everything, and like me having a full-time job and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Low key, the reason I'm opening up the laundromat is because like I did the math, and once I like pay off my SBA loan, it's gonna be enough where I can just be a full-time YouTuber and also have a laundromat.
That's
That'll
awesome.
be sick, actually.
Which
Like-
feels weird because I'm not using my degree. But
Well-
also I can just continue to work my job, have the laundromat, and be a YouTuber because the laundromat doesn't require me to like take care of it.
Mhm.
Like it's sort of like a
an
audit.
investment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is like a legit thing I'm doing this summer as I'm looking into it.
I'm honestly excited to see how that comes out.
Yeah, Michael, do you want a job? Do you want a night job?
Working at a laundromat.
Yeah, dude, night job.
And Brady,
Michael's my guy. Like whenever I'm gonna be like the dude who has like multiple
Doing new
businesses. Like, oh
things.
yeah, I got a guy for that, and it's always Michael.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, you gotta, hey, do you have someone who knows how to do thumbnails? Yeah, I got a guy for that.
I got a guy.
And it's like Michael's like my lackey, like my jobber.
um,
It's like at night
You know
he
that guy
takes
from-
care of the
I got you,
laundromat.
boss.
Yeah, hey boss.
You know that guy from Avatar who's like, I work at the shoe store, and then like 2 seconds later, it's the same guy. He puts a different hat on. He's like, I work at the clothes store.
Yeah.
It's like, are you the same guy? Yes.
He's like what's his name from Breaking Bad? What's his name? Fuck.
Jesse.
No.
Gus.
Kid named Finger
Gus.
Guy. Mike. He's Mike. Oh, he's Mike. Mike from
Gus.
Breaking Bad. but he's
This
Michael.
is a public service announcement. Never call me Mike. That is not my name. I will go by any of my 12 names. Do not use Mike.
My girlfriend's dad's name Mark, and in college, for a brief moment, I wanted to go by Mark because it's just shorter than Marcus, or it's shorter than Marcos, and people always call me Marcus, and I'm like, it's Marcos, and I got so tired of correcting people that I'm like, fuck it, it's Mark, right? So I went by Mark for about a week before I started dating my girlfriend, and she goes, my dad's name Mark, and I go, well, I can't go by Mark anymore.
I feel like I'm eternally doomed to people fucking up my name. If I say my name is Michael, they don't know how to spell it. They'll do E-A-L rather than A-E-L. And then if I do MJ, here's the craziest shit. I've been going by MJ lately, right? People even managed to fuck that up. They're like, what was it? What did you say? MJ? And I'm like, bro, 2 letters. Like,
Bro, how do you think I have to live? I get called
Brady.
Brody, Bradley.
I call you Bradley to piss you off.
Brady is very like easily, what's the word? Abbreviated, which does suck. I'm right there with you. Like,
there are people that I've been working with. There are multiple people that I speak with frequently.
I call him
work.
Braden. I call him Braden, dude.
Braden is not a common one, but it's happened before. There are multiple people at my job that I have spoken to several times, like almost on a every couple of days basis, and they still call me Brody.
How?
People have corrected them, and they still call me Brody. Like, it isn't a joke. They just don't know. It's like,
sorry to hear about that.
So
I
stupid.
barf a little bit in my mouth every time I hear Mikey. That's another one on the list of I will hunt you down if you call me Mikey.
You do kind of
Not in a pleasant way.
I'm sorry, Brosepity.
I give Mikey vibes. Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Like from TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You're that guy.
It's pizza time, bros. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so radical.
Listen, I'm fine with giving the vibes, but just don't call me that.
Podcast over. I've decided.
Brosemity, like the fucking
Brosemity Sam.
Yeah.
I would put tatsugiri on a pizza.
Podcast over.
No,
I'd put tatsugiri on pizza.
How long have we been recording?
An hour.
we're gonna put tatsugiri on pizza.
I just decided it was over right now.
You're literally
Okay, question for the comments, by the way. Do people think we cut these videos together?
Wait,
I'm curious to know.
No, no one has that impression.
No. I feel like there might be. Because we go very, like, rapidly between points. I deadass sometimes feel
what
like
do you
sometimes
mean? We get
people think
hung
that-
up on the stupidest shit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We're all ADHD as fuck, and we go from, like, talking about butt sex to Pokemon, like in lightning
sorry,
speed.
sweetheart. No, I'm autistic. I don't have ADHD. They let me know that I only have the cool parts of autism.
Gotcha. We're a barrel full of neurodivergence, okay?
That's crazy.
I guarantee you there's somebody in this comment section that's going to be like, you don't? Like, you don't cut this shit together? What do you mean?
I don't know. I mean, that's honestly fair impression.
The way that this podcast works is that we're all Olimar and Pikmin, and the Olimar swaps randomly between us.
Yeah.
That's facts.
It's the brain cell.
Passing the brain cell around.
It's dream brain cell rotation.
And it's like, hey, yo, pass the brain cell. Hey, Michael smoked the brain cell. What the hell?
What the fuck, man?
Michael smoked the fucking brain cell.
I love dream brain cell rotation. That is what you guys are. I love you guys. Fuck yeah.
Dream brain cell rotation is really good.
Okay, anyway, thank you to
Thank
our
you.
Patreons.
Thank you to our Patreons.
We stack attacker.
Including, but not limited to, that Schneeb's Ash.
Fat
Tatsugiri's now!
I can still say stack attacker.
Me pulling
Barack
the 1984.
Anyway,
pulling the 1984 calendar.
Let me be clear.
Thank you to Crazy Carlton, Shrev, Shelder, El Nellen, Ken Marker, Plumber, Professor Germs, and Turja, as well as everybody
God,
else.
you guys have awful taste.
My goats.
Stop it! Stop, man!
I love them. Marcos hates them. It's just the dynamic. You can't have yin without yang. You know what I mean?
I've never met a Patreon in person, so you can't deny. You can't tell me that I wouldn't punch one.
I
in the
have.
face.
Marcos, we go to all the same tournaments, bro.
That's how you know I don't like the Patreons. I don't know.
So mean.
Have you not met Germs?
No.
Oh. All right.
I mean, he's an employee technically.
Yeah.
Why are you giving me money?
Why? No. He's giving you money, and then he's giving me money, and that's how you launder it.
Right, one pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
My
Why is she so into it? Yeah.
The true pyramid scheme is gonna be to I'm gonna convince Michael to move in as my roommate, and then he pays half my rent.
In exchange
I'm
for
like-
thumbnails.
Oh, Ash sent me the funniest shit the other day. It's like I'm a 16th century French artist where I just get owned by a king.
Literally.
It's like, have you done my ceiling mural yet? And I'm like, no, but check out this cool thing. It moves.
Yep.
Whoa.
Check out this cool invention.
Yep.
Check out this thingamajig that I made.
This
Michael do
doohickey.
be making thingamajigs.
We
I do be
love
making
making
thingamajigs.
doohickeys.
I learned how to 3D print, bro. It's over.
This is it's like the Shadow Wizard Money Gang, but it's like steampunk, like inventors. We love making thingamajigs.
Yeah.
We love tinkering.
We love tinkering. Comment down below if you also love to tinker. We need to find more.
Goodbye.
Bro, I
are-
think
yeah.
a ton.
All right.
Tink a ton.
Goodbye. Tink a ton. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, Patreon. I mean, YouTube.